Hi students, welcome to my channel Thoughts of Physics.
In the video series of current electricity, in this class I am going to explain determination of internal resistance of a cell using potentiometer. So now in the previous class already we have discussed what is potentiometer and what is the principle on which the potentiometer works. So now potentiometer is a device which is used to determine the internal resistance of a cell or to compare the EMFs of two cells. So the potentiometer works on the principle that the potential difference across any portion of the wire is directly proportional to the length of that portion of the wire. That is the principle on which the potentiometer works. Now in this class, let us discuss the determination of internal resistance of a cell using potentiometer. Now this is the circuit diagram. So by using this, so we have to find the potential internal resistance of a cell. So already we have discussed that the potential difference, it consists of a long uniform wire which is cut into pieces and the arranged side by side, and the ends of the wire pieces connected for the thick metal strips. These are the wires. A wire cut into pieces arranged side by side, and a scale is attached parallel to the length of the wire to find the length, balancing length. Now, so these are the A and C are the two terminals for the external connection. Here B, capital B is the standard cell and RH is the rheostat. By using this rheostat, we can vary the current in the circuit. And K1 is the plug key, and the three elements are connected in series, and the positive terminal of the battery, a standard cell, is connected to the terminal A, and the plug key, another end is connected to the terminal C. It is the plug key K1 because here we use another plug key, that is K2. Now, so let us consider a cell of EMF E and internal resistance R. So we need to find the internal resistance of this cell, small r. Now the positive terminal of the cell connected to the point A, terminal A, where the positive terminal of the standard cell is connected, same. And the negative terminal of the cell is connected to the galvanometer. Negative terminal of the cell is connected to the galvanometer, and so another plug key K2 and RB, that is the resistance box. RB is the resistance box which is connected and commonly, and it is connected to the galvanometer, one end. And galvanometer other end is connected to the jockey. Jockey is the metal rod which having knife edge which can be slided on the potentiometer wire. This is the circuit diagram. So by using this we can find the internal resistance of a cell. Now for this experimental procedure, that is, first we have to close the K1. Once the K1 is closed and K2 is open, K1 is closed and K2 is open, then so we have to move the jockey from A to till the galvanometer shows null deflection. So let us consider we are moving the jockey on the potentiometer wire like this, and at a point J1, let us say jockey position 1 at point J1, so the galvanometer shows null deflection. So that is the case AJ1, the total length of that potentiometer wire for which the galvanometer shows deflection. So now AJ1 is equal to L1. So what is this AJ1 is equal to L1 is the length of the potentiometer wire when K1 is closed and K2 is open. K2 is open. K2 is open means it becomes open circuit. So the potential difference of the cell when the cell is in open circuit, that is called EMF. Already we have discussed. In that case, the EMF of the cell is equal to the potential difference across the wire of length L1. Why we have considered here EMF means here K2 is open. When it is on open circuit, the potential difference is called EMF. So that's why EMF of the cell is equal to the potential difference across the wire of length L1, because for the length L1 wire we got the balancing condition, that is galvanometer shows null deflection. So AJ1 is equal to L1. For that, the potential difference across the portion of the wire of length L1, that is equal to EMF of the cell. So that's why that is EMF is directly proportional to L1. So constant is pi. So EMF E is equal to pi into L1. Let it be equation number 1. Here pi is the potential gradient, that is potential difference per unit length or potential drop per unit length. So next one is for the next trial. So when K2 also is closed, K1 is closed, K1 is the main switch that always should be closed. K1 if it is open means no current flows through the circuit. K1 should be always closed. So for the first trial, K2 will be open, because when K2 open we got EMF. Next, second trial, when K2 also closed. When K2 also closed, then the potential difference between the terminals of the cell is called terminal potential difference. Now when K2 is closed, we have to move the jockey again from A until the galvanometer shows null deflection on the potentiometer wire. Like this we have to move the jockey until we are getting the galvanometer shows null deflection. Let us consider at the position J2. So the galvanometer shows null deflection. So now that AJ2, we have to move the jockey from A. That's why AJ2. So that is AJ2 is equal to L2. From A to J2, the portion of that length of that wire is L2. So AJ2 is equal to L2. L2 is the length of the potentiometer wire when both K1 and K2 are closed. Now, in this case, when the K2 is closed, then the terminal potential difference, that is the terminal potential difference across the cell. Previously, when K2 is open, that is EMF of the cell. Now, when the K2 is closed, the terminal potential difference across the cell is equal to the potential difference across the wire of length L2. That is, the terminal potential difference is V. V is directly proportional to L2. So now the proportionality constant is pi. V is equal to pi into L2. Now, here already we know according to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. Here I is the current and capital R is the external resistance. Where we have taken external resistance here means that is the resistance box. We have to take a suitable value of the resistance box here. Okay, so that suitable value of resistance is capital R here. So I into capital R. In place of the V, we are writing I into capital R. That is equal to pi into L2. Now I, the expression for current, I is equal to E by R plus R. Capital E is the EMF and R plus R is the total resistance. External resistance plus internal resistance, that gives the total resistance. Total potential difference by total resistance gives current. This is the expression for current, E by R plus R into capital R as it is we have written. That is equal to pi into L2. Let it be equation number 2. Now, so equation number 1 is EMF E is equal to pi L1. Equation number 2 is, this is the equation number 2. Now we are dividing the two equations. So equation number 1 by equation number 2. So left hand side, equation number 1 is E, that is E by, equation number 2 is, this is the term, that is ER by capital R plus R is equal to right hand side pi L1 by pi L2. Equation number 1 by equation number 2. Here pi get cancelled and here EMF E also get cancelled. So once after the cancellations, this capital R plus R goes to numerator, that is capital R plus R by R is equal to, after pi cancellation we get L1 by L2. Now, so this capital R plus R by R, it can be written as R by R plus small r by capital R. So capital R by capital R, it will get cancelled, we will get 1 plus small r by capital R, that is equal to L1 by L2. Now, so small r by capital R is equal to, if you take this 1 this side, it gives minus. So L1 by L2 minus 1. Now, so we are solving this for internal resistance of the cells. Now, small r by R is equal to LCM is L2. In the numerator, we will get L1 minus L2. So L1 minus L2 by L2. So finally the expression for internal resistance small r is equal to capital R into L1 minus L2 by L2. So this is the expression for finding the internal resistance of the cell. Now, so capital R already known resistance, that is, and by knowing the L1 and L2 values from the experiment and R capital R value, L1 and L2 values, we know, if we know, we can find the internal resistance of the cell. So this is how to find the internal resistance of the cell by using a potentiometer.